Hey everyone, I'm gonna make a commentary to our first Mythic G'huun kill, and it's from a Blood DK perspective. I'm shortly gonna tell me something about the talents I've used and the traits. For the talents you can choose between either Purgatory or Bloodthirst, and then you can choose between Grip of the Dead or Wraithwalk. It's kind of up to preference, and either can be used depending on your setup. In retrospect, I think I preferred Red first over Purgatory, but went with Purgatory. You might notice that my interface is a bit weird, but I like it really clean. I've changed the look of some of the icons. Anyway, I'm just gonna commentary as we go along. I don't really have to deal with the orbs, so you won't see that part in this fight. So anyway, I start grabbing the Dark Jung here and drag it to the other adds here to make sure they get Dark Bargain on them. I tend to focus on the small adds instead of the big adds here to make sure they go down as quick as possible. And just make sure you dodge the mothballs here. Drag him over here, just to make sure the rest of the raid doesn't get hit by the second Dark Bargain. And then you can drag him over to the next point. Alternatively, you can drag him here straight away. It kind of depends how fast your DPS kill the other tentacles, but we decided to go with this strategy. Not much to say here. Focus on interrupting and stunning stuff, slowing down the spawns. You can of course use Hard Strike on the spawns as well to slow them down. The Dark Jung hit kinda hard with his massive smash, but I don't think I died a single time in phase 1 to tank damage, so it's not much to worry about. While we're doing this, I can tell you a little bit about the Azurite traits. There's nothing really crucial there, but if you can get Gut Ripper and Gem Hide, both of those are really nice for this fight. For the outer row, there are not really any specific things you really need. Just go for whatever seems the highest for you. You don't really need that much survivability in this fight. Tank damage is overall kinda low. Here I try to use the FNDK to slow them down, also Mass Grip. Here unfortunately I Mass Grip on top of a DPS who got infested, so try to avoid that. My co-tank starts tanking here and I will go second. We try to switch at around 4 or 5 stacks. And here I take over. It's not really much to say here. It's kind of straightforward. The weak ore in the middle of the screen is for the Wave of Corruption. And as you can see here now, all the bursting balls are in the back, so I can't really help out with those right now. Now we have to dump the stacks. Like I said, the damage output isn't very high on tanks in this phase, so I actually don't clear my stacks here on the first one. Here I pick up the add, and I make sure to keep it at the end of his tail to make sure every DPS can go for him. Also try to taunt the boss to clear his stacks, so the other tank won't take too much damage, and here I run out with add, but the DPS killed him a bit too soon. It kind of varies depending on procs and execute and whatever. When the bursting balls are on this side, it's helpful if the tanks can soak as much as possible. As you can see, I have 4 stacks right now, but it doesn't hurt that much. Here I move to the middle of everyone, since the bursting balls are spread in that kind of fashion. And as you see, I don't get mind controlled. If you're wondering about my icons, the 4-1 in the middle is left to right, Icebound Fortitude, Antic Magic Shell, and Vampiric Embrace and then Dancing Rune Weapon.
3, 2, 1. Our new power matrix can now be collected.
Now it's just a repeat of the other part of phase 2 really, nothing new. Even with like 7-8 stacks, he doesn't hit particularly hard, so you don't really need to worry that much about it. I think sometimes we went up to like 15 stacks or something when the other tank had to help out with running the orbs and stuff like that. I don't dump my stacks either here, because I don't really need it. Just like last time taking ad. This ad is slightly bigger since more people need to drop stacks here. So I try to keep this one closer to boss for a longer time. Ideally, you want to move him out a bit more, I think. Also, try to make sure you keep an eye on your co-tank's health. If you see him dropping low, just taunt off. You can. There's not really a needy set of stacks you need to go for. Just check the overall damage output. As you can see, I was at 10 stacks there and doesn't hit hard. If there are two bursting balls to soak next to each other, if you stand between them, you can get hit by both and then get mind controlled. So make sure you stack on them when there's two really close to each other.
2, 1.
As phase 3 starts, we stack up here. I couldn't click the gateway here, so I just run. I can take the gateway next time. Then we go back. It spawns on the majority of the raid. Then the last ones spawn in the front usually. We go a bit back. Make sure you have your second pot through here and combine Dancing Rune Weapon and Bloodlust and everything for as much damage as possible. If you have several Gut Ripper traits, that will do a lot of damage here. I have 2 of them and they did about 10% of my overall damage. When it comes to dodging the Malignant Growth, make sure you check where the small ones spawn, and then remember to yourself where you can't stand in a few seconds. Also you have to turn away for the fear. So you need to react quickly to that. You can usually survive a couple of Malignant Growth hits, so if you have priorities between getting a DPS hit with debuffs etc, you could prioritize standing and Malignant Growth if you got a cooldown. Wouldn't really recommend it, but it might be better than killing a DPS. Here I ran out a bit because it was short on space, but I don't think I actually needed to. As you can see, the damage starts ramping up now. 8 stacks right now. It's very low now, but this part of the fight took longer than expected.
2, 1.
And there he goes down. Overall, it's not a very complicated fight as a tank, especially if you don't have to pick up the orbs. It's not very exciting either as a tank compared to some other fights, but anyway, here is a short commentary and I hope you might find it useful, I would also recommend checking out our logs so you can check the replay function. Okay, thanks. See ya.